You're watching a Titan Medical Center production. Usually when you're doing workouts, you're doing for like progressive loading. So that means you're like starting lower, going up, and then going to the max of what you can do. So I like to progressively load, right? 3 sets. And then my 4th set, what I like to do is I like to, whatever you did, right, at your most, you cut down half of that for the 4th set, and you burn out to do as many as you possibly can.
What are you doing to optimize your health? Titan Medical Center, real people helping real patients get real results.
They can copy the recipe, but they can't copy the chef.
Always a good day when my good friend Thaddeus Bullard, aka Titus O'Neil, joins us here at Titan. Obviously, you're in here for your 6-month checkup, make sure everything is good. Blood-wise, we're going to run the full in-depth panel on you. So we're going to run a CMP, comprehensive metabolic panel, liver, kidneys, electrolytes are the real highlights on that panel, along with a fasting glucose. So it'll tell you what your sugar level is currently right now. After that, we're going to do a CBC, complete blood cell count, white blood cell count, red blood cell count, hemoglobin, hematocrit. We'll see if there's any infection for the white blood cell count. There's not, everything's good there. And see where your levels are with red blood cell count, hemoglobin, hematocrit, especially being on testosterone. If you are on testosterone or any anabolic, you want to check this. At that point, we want to look at, prostate PSA with you. Obviously, us, we're getting a little bit older, prostate is concerned. We're going to look at a full thyroid, T3, T4, TSH, to make sure the thyroid's all in general working condition and working properly, because that could do a lot of different things to the body too if it's off. Then we're going to look at free and total testosterone, progesterone, estradiol, IGF-1 levels, and B12 levels. So we're gonna look a lot. Plus your cholesterol. Obviously, we wanna look at that and see where your total cholesterol is, triglycerides, HDL, LDL, and the whole 9. After that, we're gonna add on a couple extra panels. So we wanna look at vitamin D, right? That's a big one. We know we live in Florida. We're supposed to be getting all this vitamin D from the sun, but a lot of people, it just doesn't convert in the body. And that could be essential for a lot of different things health-wise, right? Because vitamin D is a hormone, not a vitamin. Next thing, hemoglobin A1C. You said you stopped eating sugar. So we're gonna see what a 3-month average is of your sugar levels, and this will tell us exactly. Now for people out there, you can tell them if they're pre-diabetic, diabetes type 2, or where they kind of fall on that level. But that's it. So it's gonna be a really, really full in-depth panel. And then after that, next time you come in, we're gonna fill in some extra tests. We're just gonna keep checking. We'll just keep checking down the line and see where it's going and keep improving and be on our way. Sound good?
Cool, man.
It's so simple and easy to get blood work here at Titan Medical Center, either in person or nationwide. We got your back. We can check everything that we're checking on Thaddeus here and a lot more. So if you're interested in blood work, please contact us today at 727-389-3220.
All right, I hear a lot of incredible things about IGF, and that was, I think, if I'm correct, and Mona could back me up on this, that was the first protocol you had me go on. Can you tell us some effects, what it does?
Sure. So IGF-1, insulin-like growth factor 1, and this is IGF-1 LR3, because there were 2 different therapies out there, IGF-1 and IGF-1 LR3. Now the big difference between the 2 is IGF-1 LR3 has a longer half-life. That means it stays in the body longer, giving you a way better result. Now IGF-1 is great because it's like starting at the starting line and going right to the finish line with nothing in between. So with insulin-like growth factor 1, you're gonna put in your body, and the effects you're gonna get are all the anti-aging effects that you would get from growth hormone. Because when growth hormone goes down and converts in the liver, that's what produces those great effects for the anti-aging. Whether it's building lean muscle mass, whether it's losing weight and boosting the metabolism, right? Or it's helping you just stay younger, because it's helping with sleep patterns, it's helping with hair, skin, nails, and all the other great things that go along with anti-aging.
I've talked about this a lot, and I just want to refresh. And you just said hair, skin, lean muscle mass. I like that you say that, because that means something different than when I say building muscle. It retains the muscle that you have. And so that means, I think, if you women are out there hearing that, it retains that muscle as you age for women and men. And that's a huge, I think, just an intelligent side effect of what this does.
Absolutely. I mean, it's a great therapy for people to utilize. And like I said, whether you want to put on that lean body mass, because people think about, I want bigger muscle. Well, that means they think of somebody that's, maybe a bodybuilder type, or Arnold Schwarzenegger, everybody's it. Maybe Michael Hearn's size. But, it's really about, filling out the body nicely, like nice definition of muscle, growing muscle in there, and not getting maybe huge, but getting to where your genetics are looking really well all the way around on the outside.
I think that it took me right back when you talked about that too, what I saw from the 70s of Muscle Beach, and how the women and men were out there working out and doing these handstands on top of each other, but the women and men looked healthy, athletic, and appealing, where it wasn't too much muscle. I think there's a balance for my personal choice, because I like a superhero physique that looks like you can move, be healthy, and is appealing to look at.
Absolutely. I think that's the big thing. Quality of life, improving health, and looking your best outside and inside the bedroom too as well. I think that's what it's all about. And I think that a lot of people will relate with that, and that's what they want.
IGF. And again, this is something that you can get on. It's a protocol over at Titan Medical. And again, going back, this is the first thing I started.
A lot of people ask, how do I get help with my acute or chronic pain that I have in my shoulder, my knee, my elbow, my wrist, or even my ankle? Well, Titan Medical Center has solutions for you. We have awesome healing peptides that can give you relief in all these different areas where you have pain. So, if you want to get relief, all you have to do is call or text us at 727-389-3220 to help you heal faster and better. Live well, feel well, because a strong body makes a strong mind. If you want to improve both those aspects and even more with your health, then call or text us today, 727-389-3220.
Become TitanStrong. Call or text us today at 727-389-3220.
AOD 9604. This peptide therapy is truly amazing. It's a 176 amino acid sequence out of the 191 that are in growth hormone. But don't worry, you won't get any of the negative effects from growth hormone, but you'll get all the positive effects for fat burning and weight loss. So if you're looking for a great option, this might be the therapy for you. All you have to do is call or text Titan Medical Center and say you want to learn more about AOD 9604 and how it can help you on your weight loss journey. It's that easy. Call or text today. So listen, guys, I'm patient number 0. That's right. I am the first patient of Titan Medical Center. And I cannot preach enough about getting blood work. Every 3 to 6 months, you should be getting blood work. If you have a problem and you see a problem, sometimes you want to get it 30 days afterwards to make sure that problem is gone. Until that problem is gone, you want to make sure you keep checking and make sure that you're dialed in and doing what you're supposed to be doing. So blood work should be routinely for everybody out there, right? No matter who you are, 21 and up, I would recommend getting blood tests every 3 to 6 months, okay? If you're generally healthy and you're not doing anything crazy, maybe every 6 months. But if you're really getting aggressive on things or you're trying different things, 3 months, right? So that would be the sweet spot. Everybody asks me, when should I get blood work? And there's no definitive answer of what age you should get blood work at, because everybody's different. Everybody has different problems. Things might be going on with you. Who knows? So there's not a definitive answer of when you should get blood work. You should just get blood work, right? Routinely. So just make that a priority in your life. And I promise you, you'll be a lot better off health-wise and all the way around. So today I'm adding on hemoglobin A1C and vitamin D. You're asking, what is that? Why? Hemoglobin A1C is a 3-month sugar average of your blood sugars. That's right. It can tell you if you're pre-diabetic, diabetic, or you're okay. So this is something you definitely want to look at. This does not require fasting. This is something that's going to give you that average, and it's very, very important. It could affect different things down the line. Blood sugars being too high is definitely a bad, bad thing, okay? So make sure that is okay. Vitamin D, which they say it's a vitamin, right? It's actually a hormone, and it has a lot of different regulation processes in the body, okay? Boom, it flashed, all that blood just flowing in there. And I got pretty good veins, decent veins. Now remember, when you're going to get an IV, there are certain things not to do. One, you're gonna wanna hydrate all the way up into that blood draw, right? Make sure you're drinking water all the way through and through. Two, you're gonna not wanna eat. Fast for at least 12 hours before your blood test. Three, we're gonna look at not working out before your blood test at least 24 hours. And four, we're gonna make sure that you guys do not ejaculate 24 hours before your blood test. These things can skew a blood test, right? So you wanna make sure that you're doing these things to make sure you're getting the right results when you get stuck. Because you don't wanna do a blood draw because you're not going through Michelle who's gonna take this like candy. You might be going through somebody where you feel it every single time and you're bruising your arm. So make the stick count, make the blood draw count, do everything like you're supposed to, and you'll get the proper results. Little tip from me to you guys. And that's it. That simple, that easy. Titan Medical Center, nationwide blood draws. All you gotta do is call or text 727-389-3220. We set you up in a lab in your location, in your zip code. Very simple, very easy. It takes about 5 minutes on the phone. Call or text us today. So, you might be busy, just like this picture back here. All the cars, everybody's just moving, right? Not stopping. But you should never be too busy for your health, right? We have all these different things going on in our lives. Everybody's busy. Everybody's got responsibilities out there. We understand. I understand. Trust me. I'm busy like you guys would not believe. I'm getting pulled in 10 different directions. But I always make sure that my health is in check. The reason is because without my health, I wouldn't be able to do all these things. I wouldn't be busy like I am, right? Or I wouldn't be able to keep up. Or I wouldn't feel good. I wouldn't be optimal. I wouldn't be having a good quality of life by doing all these different things. I couldn't keep up with my son on the baseball field, my wife in the bedroom, or even just myself with my job and my hobbies of working out. So you guys should take your health that serious. It should be priority to you guys. And you guys should want to live optimal too. You guys shouldn't want to live bare bones. Who wants to live at the bottom of the barrel? Nobody, right? Everyone wants to live at the top, right? Mount Olympus, in the heavens, at the ultimate peak of their health and how they could feel better. This is what Titan Medical Center can do for you guys. We can turn around all those negative things that are going on and turn them into positives so it can improve your quality of life. And that's what it really comes down to. Results, improving your quality of life. So if you're looking to really take that step forward, then let Titan Medical Center be your tour guide and take you along the journey to show you guys the ways to be healthy, to live optimally, and to live your very, very best. It's all about the Titan lifestyle. That's what I preach every single day, and I live it every single day, and I want you to too. So at that point, all you have to do is contact us today. Call or text 727-389-3220 and tell them John and I want me to get on the Titan lifestyle today.
Here at Titan Medical Center, they don't just talk about strength, they help you build it.
At Natural Smiles of Tampa Bay, Dr. Carlo Litano and his team offer more than just dental care. They embrace a holistic approach to your health with a focus on the connection between oral health and oral well-being. Dr. Litano uses biocompatible materials and advanced techniques to ensure your treatment is safe and natural. To us, it's not just about your smile. It's about caring for your whole body. From personalized treatments to reducing the impacts of toxins, every step is designed with your long-term health in mind. At Natural Smiles, we believe in a smile that radiates from the inside out.
What's up, guys? I'm John.
I'm Sharice.
And we are back with another Cupid's Corner.
Another one.
That's right. And another one, and another one.
And
coming
another
at
one,
you.
and another one, and another one, and another one.
You know it. So every Sunday, me and Sharice, my beautiful wife here, I bring you guys great tips, tricks, and things that will hopefully enhance, entice, and take your relationship to a whole nother level. And hopefully a good level, right? And don't worry, guys. If you're single or not in a relationship, these will be great things to put in that tool belt for later on. So when you do meet, hopefully, that special person, you can utilize these things and really, really get, a lot out of these tips and tricks that we're going to give you guys, or just some good information that you might, just take in and make it yours however you want to, right? Because different relationships
require different things.
Definitely, 100%, right? And, as we're talking about relationships, that's going to be the topic of the day. All relationships take work, right?
What do you mean? It's just like it's a part-time job, though. It's only like 10 to 2.
Wait, what do you mean? I thought you can just be like, oh, I'm going to be in a happy relationship and it's going to be the best relationship at all, and poof, there it is.
Yeah, it does work that way.
If you have a lantern. Right?
Yeah, yep.
You rub it and a big genie comes out.
Oh, yeah, for sure. The genie's got it on point.
All right. So, if you don't got the lantern and you don't got the genie, you're going to have to put in the work, right? And this could be a whole bunch of different aspects. It really just depends on how you are as a person, what your partner's like, and really what kind of scenario you guys are in, right? But, the basic fundamentals and the work that you have to put in. Obviously, when you guys first meet each other, it's like the honeymoon phase. Everything's all good, all joyous.
It should be anyway.
You really don't know everything about each other, I don't think, right? You're starting to learn more and more about your partner, unless you guys are like friends, like for years and years on end, and then you decide, oh, let's get in a relationship. Then you might know a little bit more about your partner, some of their quirks, pros, cons, whatever it is, twerks, whatever it is, right?
I can help myself.
You'll know more in depth about that person. But usually, you're meeting people for, the first time per se, and then you're getting to know that person. You guys start dating, and then you're going to, boom, get into a relationship, right? So when you're doing this, right, you're putting in the work, or you should be anyway. I don't know how the dating scene is nowadays.
I'll never know, but
I'll never know anymore, hopefully. Never again, for sure. I don't want to get into that craziness. But, when you start, right, as a guy, and things may have changed now, but usually you should court the girl, right? You're taking her out on a date. You guys are doing something, whether it's dinner, movies, putt, golf, whatever it is, right? Whatever you want to take your girl to go do or guy to go do, whatever it is. That's right. You're putting in the time. You're spending time together.
Yep.
You're sharing experiences together, which is creating a bond between you guys, right? This is pretty easy stuff, or it should be anyway.
Yeah.
So once you're doing this, right, you're putting that time, you're putting that effort on both sides. It really should be coming. So at that point, you guys are really, becoming together, and that's when the relationship hopefully starts. And the relationship can start in a number of different ways, right? And it doesn't have to take a lot of time to start a relationship. It could be short, with a couple weeks, or it might take a longer amount of time. It could take a couple months. Who knows?
I really think it's about how much time you put in. So like when me and John first met, right? We're weird. So don't always go by exactly what we did, because we're just weird. So anyways, when we first met, we literally spent every day. Let me take that back. We've spent every day together since we've met. However, in the first, and I had my own job. He had his own job. We worked 2 separate jobs. Yep. But we spent like literally every day together, like every night together. Yeah. We watched movies in bed. We talked. It was just bonding experiences every single day and night. It was every single day and night, and it wasn't even like. And it's not that it's not okay for guys to go out and have a good time with their friends, or girls to go out and have a good time with their friends. But I do think, ultimately, and this is just my opinion, is that if you're in a relationship, I would only guess that you would want to spend the time that you're not at work with your significant other, right? So like after work, you guys would do dinner, and then, maybe have some fun. Or at least I would say 3-4 nights out of the week, maybe 5 nights out of the week, you guys are spending that time together. So it's really weird to me anyway that, sometimes I'm hearing about some of these relationships and you'll go like 3 days without seeing your boyfriend, or like, and you're trying to build this relationship, but you're going like 3 or 4 days without seeing each other, or there's not even like a good reason why either. It's just, I'm at my place and she's at her place and it's whatever. But like, why don't you guys hang out at the same place after work and like talk? I mean, because if you don't start talking and get that time with each other, because you can't, nothing replaces time. Time is time, right?
That's right.
It's not, you can't get it back. Nope. You can't pay for it.
Nope.
You can't go buy it. It's just, time is special. So you got to spend that time in order to be able to really develop the relationship you're trying to get.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with like a child, a dog, like anything. Any type of relationship with anyone, you got to put the time in.
That's right.
And then that's how you build. So, I mean, I think if you're in a relationship and you guys are dating, I really think you should be seeing each other more than like twice a week.
I mean, especially... Listen, if you got a job and you got to travel, you got to work, whatever it is, that's one thing, right? If you guys are in the general vicinity of the same town or city,
you guys are like 3 miles away from each other,
I mean, it's pretty normal. I mean, I would want to think that, especially in the beginning, as you guys are getting to know each other and you guys are, going towards being boyfriend and girlfriend and having a serious relationship, then you're gonna probably want to spend majority of your time with that girl or guy, whatever it is. You want to. It's not forced on you. Right. They're not making you. Like, you genuinely want to, right? You're like, I'm taking care of my work, right? Maybe I go get my workout in, and then I'm going to spend time with my girl. Because I want to be there, right? I want to be by her. I want to be next to her, get the loving in, whatever it may be. But you want to be by, the person that you're wanting to get in this relationship with. When you don't spend that time together and you really start spending the majority of the time apart, then how's that going to go? Like, do you guys keep growing together, or do you guys maybe growing apart in some ways, circumstances? That could happen, right? It's just really, I don't know. It's different. Everybody out there right now, and what the dating scene is, I ask all my friends, 'cause I live vicariously through them, how everything is out there. How's it going? Like, what are you guys going through? So I can hear the inside scoop. And most of the guys are the exact same, right? If they're with the girl, they really like a girl, they start dating a girl, they start spending more time with the girl and less time with the friends and less time out, right? Because they're not looking for anything out, right? They're adamantly like,
wanting to hang out with their...
I've got everything I need right now. Yeah. Okay, I don't need to go out to the bar.
It's like fun to hang out with your significant other.
Now, don't get me wrong. Guys night out, or guys like to go hang out with guys and talk about guy stuff. I totally understand this, right? Because some things you're probably not going to be able to talk to your girlfriend about, especially in the beginning. You don't want to embarrass yourself, or you want to make yourself maybe look a certain way. I don't know. There's all different types of things out there. So I understand maybe wanting to go out, blow some steam off with the guys. But, at that point, I don't think you need to a certain extent. Now, all your guys might be running you through the bus or running you over saying, you're pee-whooped, and then you get that, right? You're getting that flack. And, we'll ask him, like, what about his girls? Now,
you don't have one.
That's how it is.
You have no whoopings.
And, those guys, they might be able to get girls and stuff like that.
No whoopings for you.
But it's not achieving, like, true happiness, right? Anybody can go out, hook up, right? And at that point, what's it worth? Even guys out there, I talk to them, right? And, just hooking up with a girl doesn't mean anything, right? It's like I hook up with a girl, cool. And then after I'm done hooking up with the girl, like, I'm like, all right, I'll get you an Uber and you got to go home. So they don't really want to spend time with them, right? It's just all about the physical touch and the love, and you're out the door. Yeah. But, when you find a mental connection as well as a physical connection, I think that draws you in more. I think you're going to be more enticed more. I think that everybody out there wants to find love or a significant other or partner. Majority of people, I have, one of my friends, going to be 40 years old this July, has a baby and hasn't, like, settled down. Like,
he never will.
Every time, and I'm about to see him in a couple of days. Every time, right? He'll be like, I'm like, this girl. And then he'll get the girl, right? He'll get her, like, he's got her locked up. And then once he has her locked up, it's like, challenge is over. What else can I do? I mean, I've literally had, like, Sharice was with me when we went up there. It was years ago. And he had a serious girlfriend. Her name was Karen. I'll never forget.
Her name was
Karen.
Real
nice, right?
Her name was Karen.
Right? It's real nice. Real nice Karen. She wasn't one of the mean ones. Wow. And, she's literally like, we get home. We all went out to like a nightclub in Chicago. We stayed at my friend's house. We go back there, right? Because, he's having people over, whatever. The girlfriend's like, I'm tired. He's like, all right, go to bed. So she goes to bed, right? And then what does he do? He gets on the phone. He calls up a couple girls and he tells them to come over.
Next room over.
So we're literally out in the living room.
In the same apartment.
When these other girls are coming over to see him, he's specifically trying to hook up with another one while he has his girlfriend
sleeping
in the other room and literally down the hallway. Now, obviously that's not right?
I'm like, John, you are never hanging out with this man, ever.
But it was kind of funny because, not funny for the girl, but it was just a funny situation. Like, the balls on this guy to be able to do this, because I don't think I'd ever do that.
That is
But,
good.
but,
He's
you know,
pretty.
this is just some of the funny stories, and trust me, I've got a ton more of these stories.
Oh yeah, they're great.
And some with the same guy, but it's just funny. So at that point, some people might never be content. But I think there is somebody out there for everyone. It's just, you have to go through some of the garbage and trials and tribulations
You're gonna do it, and you gotta keep with it.
And that's the next thing. When you find the treasure, don't treat it like garbage and trash and like everything else that you find on the street, right? That's when you really got to put in the work, and that's when you really want to, make yourself vulnerable to a certain extent, open up to that person, as long as everything's going well, right? That's not something you do in the first date, but as you're working and you're spending more time together, you're learning more about that person, and they're learning more about you, and that's bringing you guys closer together. And it doesn't end there, because once you get in the relationship, listen, now you guys are, getting to the serious part, and you might be moving in together and talking about engagement.
It keeps going. Even when you're past the baby and the marriage and all that, you get to a 10-year mark, right?
Yeah.
And we're past the 10-year mark, and then you're like, okay, so what do we do to make sure that we, keep each other happy? What do we do to make sure that everybody's still content and they're liking the relationship still, And
it's pretty easy to do. Just go back to the first steps of what you did in the relationship to begin with.
Yep.
You were all about it. You were courting her. You were taking her out. You might have been buying her some roses here or there, whatever it may be. Go back to that point. Don't become complacent and like, oh, whatever, she's cool. I already got her. It is what it is. I'm concentrating on this or that.
Or even take the minute, like, me and John are busy. Honestly, I think I might be one of the most busiest people on the planet outside of the president of the United States. And even so, I am definitely,
he's in the basement
I'm definitely busier than the president of the United States. You have to take that moment too, when you've been like in a relationship for X period of time. And it could be a year, it could be 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, whatever it is. And recognize that, oh shoot, we haven't spent like any time together in like 2-3 weeks, because it's just get up, work, go to sleep,
baby,
get up, work,
whatever,
go to sleep, baseball.
kids.
Now it's like literally, it's sleep, work, baseball, sleep, work, baseball, 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 then more work, and then some sleep, then baseball. Yeah. All I see is baseballs in my dreams, okay? So it's okay. As long as my son turns out to be an MLB player, we're good. So I'm willing to sacrifice. However, it does intervene with our personal time. Okay. So you have to take a moment to be like, wait a minute. We haven't spent any time together. We need to go to like a movie, or like we need to go to dinner, right. Or do something. It takes what, an hour or 2 hours out of your day to go do something and recognize that it's like, oh shoot, this has been happening. And you don't go the whole year and be like, oh shoot, we haven't seen each other for a whole year. We're just busy.
Yeah. And that puts strain on the relationship too, trust me. So that's just some tips and tricks for you guys.
Yeah, that's lots of tips and tricks.
Keep working on your relationship. Don't ever stop. Right?
Yeah.
It's a full-time gig, just like anything else you're going to do. You got to put in the work. What you put in is what you get out.
True.
All right? So that's just some great advice from me and my beautiful wife here, Charisse. So, guys, we'll see you guys next Sunday, ABC, 11 a.m. If you missed the live show, DVR it. If not, go to YouTube, type in TitanMedical Center, hit the subscribe button and the all notification bell, and you'll get all these great episodes and a lot more cool content with me, Charisse, the Titanettes, the Titan crew, and all the therapies we offer. So I'm John.
I'm Charisse.
And we'll see you next week for another Cupid's Corner.
See you then.